Good morning on this beautiful morning here in Rotterdam, somewhere on the outskirts of Rotterdam, and it's speedrun time again. The last two times I did Den Hague, and of course the last time was Amsterdam, and well, this time it's time for Rotterdam. So up here you see the first metro station. We're in Rotterdam Metro, and we're going to do 5 different lines. We're going to run through all the metro stations. We'll go to a couple of different cities. And like I said, this metro system consists of 5 lines: A, B, C, D and E. It's also known as the yellow, green, blue, red and green line. I'll show you a map right here. We're now at the upper right corner in Nesselanden. This is the yellow line. And if everything goes right, then we should complete this in 3 hours and 45 minutes, approximately. All of the metros, they run every 10 minutes, so transfer time shouldn't be too difficult, except for one metro that only runs every 20 minutes, and that's the very last metro to Hoek van Holland on the red line. And we also have to take a train. And we even come to a station in Den Haag Centraal, where I also already been on my Den Haag run. If you want to see my Den Haag or Amsterdam run, I put the links in the description. Please go watch them. And otherwise, enjoy this one. I have to take the metro at 9:18. And that is because I want to make the last metro that only runs 20 minutes. That's the only connection every once an hour that, to my calculation, has the smallest window of transfer time. As you can see, I'm still wearing this little thing. Still have this. I still have an injury, so I cannot run. It shouldn't be too much of a big problem. Most of the transfer times are enough to transfer, and they're usually on the same platform. But we'll talk about transfer times a little bit more once we'll get started. This one I don't have to take, but the next one we'll have to take. Let's go! Let's get into the first station, Nesselanden. So the first metro leaves in 5 minutes, and it actually goes to the end point where I'm going to end this run. But first, we are going to Binnenhof, and it requires a transfer in Graskruid. And over there we should have a 3-minute transfer, so it should be enough just to get a walk there to the different platform. Here comes our first metro, and the run. I will start the run. Start the timer once we start moving, and I will stop the timer once the doors will open on the last stop. Yes, first metro complete. Next one, actually to Binnenhof, and it leaves in 3 minutes. Plenty of transfer time. Just across the platform. I did think I forgot in my intro to say that today it's March 31, 2025. It's a Monday, just for official records. So yes, okay, we have to wait to catch on metro line A to Binnenhof. Leaves in, if you can see it from here, in 3 minutes. And we are already at Binnenhof. And by the looks of it, we've got 7 minutes until the next connection. We're going back on the same metro as we arrived in. I also realized now that I actually forgot to bring my notes. Now the route itself is not that complicated, but it's more has to do with all the transfer times. And there's 1 or 2 transfer times that are extremely tight. But I think it's doable. There's a map right here in the metro. So we are now at Binnenhof. Our next stop is the Terp, so we have to get to Kapelsebrug on the green line. And I think we had a 6-minute transfer here to get to the Terp. And out of the top of my head, I think we only have a 1-minute transfer here. From here, we're going all the way to the Akkers. And that is a very long ride, so this is not too bad, maybe like 10 minutes and here another 5 minutes. But then it's like a 45-minute ride to the Akkers. So that's the plan for now, and what the rest of the plan is you'll find out later. And we're at Kapelsebrug now. It's time to get on metro line C to the Terp. Plenty of time, like 5 minutes. But we do have to change the platform. And for some reason I have to check out and check in again. Let's see how we are doing on the time. 36 minutes in and we're still on schedule. Here comes the next metro to the Terp. And at the Terp I only have only 1 minute transfer time officially, and it's already 1 minute late, so if I miss that it will completely mess up my schedule.
Vergeet niet uw persoonlijke eigendommen en afval mee te nemen. Bedankt voor het reizen met de RET.
So we are arriving now at
Don't forget to
the
take your
Terp.
personal belongings and
The
your
metro
litter with
should
you.
leave right now,
Thank you for
so
traveling with RET.
I hope it's still there.
Station
It's on the same platform.
De Terp.
Nope. It just left. That sucks. That sucks that my metro is leaving over there, because our metro was 1 minute late. Okay, so I can still make the 3 hour 45 minute mark. if I catch the next tram, metro, and have to ride it all the way to the end to the Akkers, that's a 45-minute ride, there is officially a 0-minute transfer time. If I can make that 0-minute transfer time, I should be okay. So if the next metro is on time and the other one is delayed for 1 minute, I should be fine. So yeah, here's a map. The Terp. We have to go to the Akkers. So we have to catch a 0-minute connection time on the D line. And then we have to get to Slingen, or somewhere in between Rotterdam Station and Slingen. We have to transfer to the E line to Den Hague Central. The reason we have to catch the 0-minute transfer time because the B line only runs every 20 minutes. Everything else runs every 10 minutes, but to Hoek van Holland, it's only every 20 minutes. So that's why we have to catch the 0-minute transfer time. Otherwise, we will not have enough time to catch the metro to Hoek van Holland on all the way on the end of the schedule. Then we will arrive in Hoek van Holland 20 minutes later. So then instead of 3 hours and 45 minutes, we'll arrive there around 4 hours and 5 minutes. So also from after Zomer we will go underground all the way up after Marconiplein, because we will go straight to the city center of Rotterdam over here. So there won't be much footage of that journey over there. So yeah, that's the plan. We just have to hope and pray that we somehow will catch the 0-minute transfer time. Anyway, now it's up to the Akkers. Arriving at the Akkers.
Final stop. Don't forget to take your personal belongings and your litter with you. Thank you for traveling with RET. Station de Akkers.
Storing in de voertuig. Daardoor moet de metro even opnieuw laten starten. Dat betekent dat we dadelijk de verlichtingen uit zal vallen en de deur dicht zullen geklappen.
So just an announcement. Luckily I've made it. Just an announcement that there's a small malfunction. The metro has to start again. As long as we're leaving within 5 minutes, we should be okay. Thank God we actually made this connection. Yes, and we are leaving, and we should have plenty of time. We have like a 2-3 minute delay, So that's fine by me. So we're still on schedule. As we are on the number D, light blue line, and this line we have to get to Slinge or Rotterdam Central Station. Somewhere in between we have to transfer to the E line, the dark blue or purple line, and that we have to take all the way to Den Hague Central Station. So as long as we can, it should be fine, because no way in hell the E can get past us. It's all single track from here.
Change here for the bus.
So long as we arrive at Slinge on time, we should be fine. But I think I will transfer somewhere between Slinge and Rotterdam Central Station to give you an update. So let's just enjoy the ride a little bit more. And I decided to transfer here because this is a relatively quiet station. The next metro to Den Haag Central Station should arrive in like 1 minute, because it was luckily it was stuck behind us. But I think we're actually going to miss a connection after we arrive in Den Haag Central Station. So I don't know why. I calculated we should arrive on time, but for some reason we're not arriving on time. Anyway, here is the next one. The ride is all the way to the Hague Central Station. In the front. Okay, we've arrived at Den Hague Central Station. And I don't know what's wrong, but we arrived here 10 minutes later. I must have miscalculated. I calculated that we should have arrived here 10 minutes ago, and then I could take the 12:05 train back to Schiedam, but it's 12:10 now, so yeah, that's not going to happen, of course. You have to take a train later, and then I will also miss the metro, so we won't be making the 3 hour 45 minute time, but it will probably be now 4 hours and 5 minutes. I must have miscalculated, because even though we missed a metro in the Terp, officially we shouldn't have made that 0-minute connection. So I actually made up 10 minutes because I did make that connection. In my planning, I already figured out that I probably wouldn't make that 0-minute connection. Already planned that I would miss that. That I made that 0-minute connection was actually pretty awesome, but now it didn't really matter. I'll check that once I finished when I'm back home, and I'll just check again. For now, we'll just go back to Schiedam, and well, we're at Den Haag now, and we've already been here in my Den Haag Speedrun, the tram system here in Den Haag. We're not taking the E-line back, that will take way too long. So instead, we're going to take a train back to Schiedam, and that leaves at 12:19. But I have to make a transfer one station further in Den Haag Hollandspoor. We have to take the 12:19 on track number 2, and then we have to change trains at the Haag Hollandspoor. There's like a 2-3 minute ride. This train will take around 25 minutes to reach Schiedam. In Schiedam I should have plenty of time, like 10 minutes to catch the metro to Hoek van Holland. This train I have to take to Den Haag Hollandspoor, also familiar of my Den Haag speedrun, and from there we can catch a train to Schiedam Centrum. There you should have like a 10-minute transfer to the metro. This sucks. I thought I did the calculation perfect. I don't know what's wrong. I'm still going to set a record. I didn't find any speedrun records on YouTube of this run, so let's just continue. And we're already at Den Haag Hollandspoor. Well, the next train also arrives at this track in about 8 minutes. Let's just wait for that one. And there comes my train to Schiedam. And we are at 3 hours and 10 minutes. We are never going to make the 3:45. It's probably going to be like 4:05. And we're back at Schiedam Centrum. We've already been here sort of. We drove through it with the metro when we were going to the Akkers. Got a 5-minute delay because we had some trouble with an angry passenger or something. They had to remove it, but we should still have enough time to catch the metro, about 7 minutes. So we should have plenty of time to catch the metro. So let's go to there. Here is our last metro arriving. We're back on the B line, the yellow line, same line as metro number 1 at the beginning of the Russia's run. It should take about half an hour to get to the finish line. And I will stop the time once the doors will open on our final destination. This is our final destination.
Don't forget to take your bus.
4 hours, 3 minutes and 35 seconds. I am not happy with that. But let's walk to the beach. It is a record for so far as I know. So hooray! But I am not really happy with it. Let's go to the beach and discuss what happened. Hello, surprise! I am not on the beach. I'm just in my room editing this run. And the footage on the beach is completely unusable because there was a big wind and the sound was just messed up completely. So yeah, I'm here to talk about the run. The first thing I want to say is that I made a big mistake with time. I said that a 3 hour 45 minutes was possible, but it's not possible. I made a huge mistake with one of the transfers. I said I calculated that the ride from the Akkers, that 0 minute transfer, to Slingen or to Leufhaven, where I got off, would only take about 10 minutes, but it's actually twice as long. It's around 20 minutes. So that's why I ultimately missed my connection in Den Haag Central Station to Schiedam. So a 3 hour 45 I don't think is possible. But before I left, I did calculate that a 3 hour 55 minute is possible. I just have to start from Hoek van Holland, from where I finished my run. And if you start there, a 3 hour 55 is possible, and then you also don't have to worry about that metro anymore that only runs every 20 minutes, because all the other metros, they run every 10 minutes. It could have been a 3:55 maybe if I got if I didn't miss that 1 minute transfer that from the Terp to the Akkers, if I made that, and I also would have made that 0 minute transfer, maybe I could have gotten a 3:55. I'm not sure. But it's definitely possible to get the time down, at least with 10 minutes. That is for somebody else to do. I'll leave this as it is for now. Looking back, I'm actually quite happy with the 4 hour and 3 minute time. It's only like 8 minutes longer than the lowest time that is possible. Now I've recalculated, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I've got 2 more runs that I already filmed, so stay tuned for that. Consider subscribing to my channel, and otherwise, if you don't want, you don't have to, but it will help me if you subscribe. And well, I wish you a great day, and see you next time. Bye. Bye.